Hi, family. Guess what day it is? I just put my mascara back on, dang it. What's the
Well,
point in
that was
that?
useless, yeah.
Yes, the ending, but not the end. So, what what to do about the workbook lessons? And Nook and I were just talking before we hit record that there's been a couple requests, or inquiries about whether or not we would do this again, re-record. And we really, I know that as the awakening process is unfolding, that I will revisit something in the course and read it, and it's like I'd never heard it before, or I read it with fresh eyes because I'm not the same as where I first encountered it. And that holds true for these lessons. Nook had mentioned, and I think, and I would agree, that there's basically a holographic teaching or transmission in a lot of these recordings, so that when you go back, you'll be ready to get more from them. It's not that new videos need to be recorded, but that we need to listen with ears that can hear, and our ability to hear and our ability to see with Christ's vision, it's always developing. So you will get something new from this if you choose to take the journey with us again by watching the recordings. And also, you may have heard through previous lessons or perhaps the newsletter that anchoring the deeper teachings of A Course in Miracles is going to be next year's offering, where we take the blogs that Nook has written prior to the writing of the End of Death trilogy, and unpack those together in a live setting. And they'll also be recorded. So that's another way that we can stay close and together and journey together. So all is not lost. Never can be.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just wanted to encourage and comfort and say that we're, always together. And even though that we're not going to be doing the live recordings of the workbook lessons, there's new things that are being offered. And we encourage you to watch these videos again. I'm going to. When someone tells me, oh, that was a great YouTube video, and somebody tells me what the heck I said, I was like, really? And I go back and I'm hearing it for the first time too. So, yeah.
Good. Good reinforcement, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So I will be reading this lesson.
Yep.
Nook has agreed to read the epilogue. Okay. This holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge. For I would follow you, certain that your direction brings me peace. And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. If I need a thought, that will he also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me, because he speaks for God my Father and his Holy Son. This holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction brings me peace.
Thank you.
Thanks, sis.
Okay. Are we ready to join in the epilogue?
Yes.
Yeah. Sis, you look remarkably like the Christ.
I was thinking the same about you.
Oh. And there's our beautiful family with us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay. This course is a beginning, not an end. Your friend goes with you. You are not alone. No one who calls on him can call in vain. Whatever troubles you, be certain that he has the answer and will gladly give it to you if you simply turn to him and ask it of him. He will not withhold all answers that you need for anything that seems to trouble you. He knows the way to solve all problems and resolve all doubts. His certainty is yours. You need but ask it of him, and it will be given you. You are as certain of arriving home as is the pathway of the sun laid down before it rises, after it has set, and in the half-lit hours in between. Indeed, your pathway is more certain still, for it cannot be possible to change the course of those whom God has called to him. Therefore, obey your will and follow him whom you accepted as your voice, to speak of what you really want and really need. His is the voice for God, and also you, yours. And thus he speaks of freedom and of truth. No more specific lessons are assigned, for there is no more need of them. Henceforth, hear but the voice for God and for yourself when you retire from the world and seek reality instead. He will direct your efforts, telling you exactly what to do, how to direct your mind, and when to come to him in silence. asking for his sure direction and his certain word. His is the word that God has given you. His is the word you choose to be your own. And now I place you in his hands to be his faithful follower with him as guide through every difficulty and all pain that you may think is real. Nor will he give you pleasures that will pass away, for he gives only the eternal and the good. Let him prepare you further. He has earned your trust by speaking daily to you of your father and your brother and yourself. He will continue. Now you walk with him, as certain as is he of where you go, as sure as he of how you should proceed, as confident as he is of the goal and of your safe arrival in the end. The end is certain, and the means as well. I just need to repeat that.
Mm-hmm.
The end is certain, and the means as well. To this we say, Amen. You will be told exactly what God wills for you each time there is a choice to make. And he will speak for God and for yourself, thus making sure that hell will claim you not, and that each choice you make brings heaven nearer to your reach. And so we walk with him from this time on and turn to him for guidance and for peace and sure direction. Joy attends our way, for we go homeward to an open door which God has held unclosed to welcome us. We trust our ways to him and say, Amen. In peace, we will continue in his way and trust all things to him. In confidence, we wait his answers as we ask his will in everything we do. He loves God's Son as we would love him. And he teaches us how to behold him through his eyes and love him as he does. You do not walk alone. God's angels hover near and all about. His love surrounds you. And of this be sure, that I will never, never leave you comfortless.
Amen.
Amen. What a beautiful message to close the lessons on. Can you imagine how much he loves us? How much he wants us to lay aside suffering.
to love one another as he first loved us. I will never leave you comfortless. Thank you, Brother Jesus. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Felt that. I'm trying to gather words to say, but there aren't any.
It's just the felt experience.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for being with us throughout this year. Thank you for your love and your messages of support and encouragement and your feedback and your testimonies. Thank you for your willingness to awaken and to heal our mind. Nouk and I are just honored to be a part of this process. We have nothing that you don't already possess, and we're not anything that you're not already, that you aren't already are. And from Coreen, thank you for life.
Thank you, beautiful family, for lighting our minds, our hearts. Thank you.
And with that, we say, Amen.
Amen. We love you.
Bye, everybody.